Welcome to the wonderful world of private jet preachers. Today we're going to delve into an illustrious form of business, also known as the exploitation of religion. It is a tale as old as man where cunning and deceptive individuals use the name of religion in order to gain riches. It is a genuine shame that to this day these people are still able to get away with their madness, so it is of great importance that we expose their trickery and make fun of them as much as possible. Now today we're going to be speaking about 3 people specifically. We are going to begin by talking about Kenneth, Tube Full of Demons, Copeland. Now Kenneth was born 6th of December 1936 and in 1957 was actually a recording artist for Imperial Records. And in 1967 he enrolled in Oral Roberts University, which is a private evangelical school, later becoming a pilot and chauffeur for Oral Roberts, the founder of the university. And in the same year, he and his wife founded Kenneth Copeland Ministries, and thus the dollar signs began to appear in Kenneth's demonic eyes. Now, it wasn't too long after he opened his first ministries that he began to become quite popular and, might I say, quite rich. He then in 1979 purchased a recently abandoned Marine air station for $4 million, which with inflation rates in today's currency would be around 17 million. Damn, that boy got money. Now, he ended up building an 18,000 square foot home on this piece of land. And fortunately, because he registered it as a clergy residence, he was able to get 100% tax exemption on his property. Now, isn't that fortunate? Now, sadly, due to the fact that the internet won't be around for a long time at this point, it was very hard to expose cretins like Kenneth Copeland himself. But fortunately, today we're able to see beautiful moments like this which expose the darkness within.
Do you really believe that human beings are demons?
No, I do not. And don't you ever say I did.
Hey, yo, bro, chill. You're about to shit yourself shaking that much, cuz.
Now, Oral used to fly airlines,
Right.
but even back there then, man, it got to the place where it was agitating his spirit, people coming up to him. He had become famous, and they wanting him to pray for him and all that. You can't manage that today.
Right.
This dope-filled world,
Right.
and get in a long tube with a bunch of demons.
Now, if you think that was creepy as fuck, just take a look at this.
Every believer has a voice, and it's the voice of victory.
My God has made a way for me.
Wow, so inspiring. I definitely am not doing this to get a whole bunch of money out of your pockets, huh?
I call you well. I call you healed. All of the Itis brothers have to go. Arthur, Bursitis, go. Arthuritis, get out of here. Molokla kela radan geneda kotesh do shikiki braga no go shikara sangskung kungoma.
Gratis dingen mo brade ke hey Micho Glogles Grododo.
Bro, why does he sound like he's speaking Darth speech from the Lord of the Rings series, bro? What the fuck?
More against you. Thing. I got my shoes on. Got everything on. Now. Okay, strap it on. Now I'm armed. I got the sword on. I am fully armed.
Hey, yo, big man think this guy needs to get checked for some type of psychosis or dementia, cause bro, what the fuck is this, bro?
Oh, dear God.
O prsteno na kala skriptene. Come on, pray in the spirit.
Hey, yo, enough of that bullshit, bro. Shout out to Individual Situation for them clips together there, bro. Now, the most messed up thing about these private jet preachers is the way they manipulate their audiences into believing that the more they donate to their churches, the more God will give them in their own life. Which is just such a heartbreaking thing, because you're manipulating the belief people have in God in order to make them genuinely believe, sell them this false dream that the more you donate to the church, the more God will give you in your own life.
The fear of, what are we going to do? I'm getting laid off at work. Hey, your job's not your source. If it is, you're in trouble. Jesus is your source. Whatever you do right now, don't you stop tithing. Don't you stop sowing offerings. Well, they won't let us go to church. Well, email it in there, text and give or something, but you get your tithe in that church. If you have to go take it down there and drop it off and stick it under the door or something, you get that tithe in that church, you get that offering in that church, and then you go home and you do what we're supposed to do.
Shit, even if you got no legs and you gotta crawl your way to the church, my boy, even if you're on your last lungs and you can't breathe, you better make sure your last breath is given to the church, bro. Like, bro, it's just a messed up thing, bro. You're worth over 700 million. Like, that's his actual net worth, and it's probably increased. It's probably a lot bigger than what they estimated to be. So reality is, my guy, why are you still so desperate to get people to give you money? Not to no orphans, not to the poor or the hungry, but to you. Brother, you're attacked, bro. Now that we've had a little gloss over this little pathetic word, Mr. Tube Full of Demons, we're moving on to the second private jet preacher, who's also another widely known figure in this community, Mr. Joel Osteen. Now, Mr. Joel Osteen was born March 5th, 1963, and interestingly enough, visited the same university as our good old friends, Kenneth Copeland. He would preach his first sermon on January 17th, 1999. By October 3rd, he was the new senior pastor of Lakewood Church. In 2003, Lakewood Church acquired the Compaq Center, former home of the NBA Houston Rockets, and subsequently renovated it. Now, this was the beginning of what would become a mega church enterprise. Now, fast forward a few years and you'll find that this gentleman apparently has a net worth of over 50 million. And apparently his church taking over 43 million a year in donations alone. Now, you'd assume that a man in this kind of position, if there ever was a need to help those people who go to his church, that he would clearly be able to. Well, unfortunately, in 2017 with Hurricane Harvey, it was a prime example that this man truly has no interest other than his own. And shamelessly, he would even go on defending why he didn't open his doors to the people of Houston. Donations are not the only way that Joel Osteen seems to be able to make money. He also writes quite a few books alongside his wife, which has made him millions and millions of dollars. Interestingly enough, this prosperity preacher sure does make you quite prosperous. Having now at this point moved into a $10.5 million home, which is 17,000 square feet, you can clearly tell they're living a lavish lifestyle. And it's a genuine shame when it comes to this prosperity preaching and this prosperity gospel that they're all trying to teach. It seems that the preachers themselves are the only ones that truly benefit from these teachings. It seems that the actual people who tune into their televised programs, who actually come to see them live, pay money for tickets, send in donations, even pay 10% of their money on top of the tax they already paid to the government, just so they can feel like, one day, just one day, God might make me rich. Because that's what you're teaching them. Just because you know it's going to fill your pockets, you scumbag motherfuckers. Now, we're going to be taking a flight back to my home country, the United Kingdom, to talk about a special little individual who formed the SPAC Nation, Mr. Toby, I can't pronounce his name, I'm sorry.
He preaches a form of prosperity gospel, a belief that God rewards the faithful with material wealth.
Now this Gucci flip-flop wearing high echelon class motherfucker has been accused of using his own church members and manipulating them into taking loans in their name so that he could have more money to himself. Some real scammer shit, bruv.
My mum phoned me. Yeah. I was like, your brother started up a business. Really? And she was really excited about it. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so proud of him. He told me, no, these people in the church approached me and said X, Y, Z, they can help me start a coaching thing.
The pastor registered a company in Vic's brother's name and opened a business account for him with HSBC.
when I was asking about the application process. He said, no, I never filled in an application. I just gave them my details and they did it. So straight away, I'm just thinking, that's not a church's responsibility to be doing that.
You see how messed up that is? Manipulating the youth in someone in order to take them for what the fuck they got.
So they basically take him to the bank. He withdraws £1,400, give it to them, because it was, they said it was part of consultation fee / helping him set this business up.
He's even went as far as to inviting drill rappers and artists to his church in order to entice and motivate more young people to come to his church, because the more young people that come to his church, the more easily manipulatable they are. Now, Mr. Gucci Flip-Flop Toby used the notion of gang members being freed from their life of crime as a way to try and promote himself to the youth, to promote himself as somebody who's doing some charitable works. But in reality, he used his church almost like a cult.
SPAC Nation encourages worshippers to donate money to the church. It says the more they give, the more wealth and success they get back. They call it sowing seed.
A basic person in a month should give £1,000. I think that's normal. I think it's no big deal. It's not even that deep.
Bro, in what world is that normal, fam? The average person ain't even making $2,000 after tax a month, bro. And you want them to give you £1,000 a month? Brother, what do you want them to be, bro? You want them to be homeless? Now, how they gonna pay rent? How they gonna pay for the fucking food, bro? That shit is nuts, cuz.
Do what Pastor Toby asks you to do. And in SPAC Nation, you don't ever disobey your leaders.
Now, fortunately, this messed up fucking cult got shut down in 2022 due to something called insolvent. Now, I didn't even know what the fuck this means, but apparently it means you were unable to pay debt, so you got shut down. Which is a damn shame, because this guy really committed some fucked up crimes, bro. How the fuck is he not in prison? I don't even know. If you guys want to see the full documentary or those little clips I've shown, the BBC made a documentary on the SPAC Nation, bro. It is a good watch, fam, and it will leave you heartbroken, but shit, it's interesting as fuck at the same time. Overall, to summarize, anybody who's trying to use the name of religion in order to make a quick buck, bro, in order to manipulate people and take the money that's in their pocket, the little money that's in their pocket, bro, we need to call these motherfuckers out and we need to put them in their place, bro, seriously. Anyways, thank you to all the real generals for watching. I appreciate your time. Please like and subscribe. Peace.
See in my eyes, want simplify, simplify the equations. Hating, know they wasting time on my wasteland, saying you fan, so devastated, mad. Hit one strike, take your life, keep it quiet. Most of this violence, true say done up in silence. Ain't got reliance upon them traders, beg they come try this. Time is of the essence, senseless movements keep on intruding. What we all doing? Yeah, I've been losing for a good minute.